Hello, welcome back. Yes, hello. I hope you're doing well. Yep, it's the first stream of this evening. Yep. There wasn't any previous stream. There was also no war in Basing. Say, yep. um, explanation is I tried to boot Tears of Rebirth. That didn't work. So here we are. More Uminekos. Yep. Let's go. Ooh. Okay, sound seems okay. Okay, I remember something about the test and the jail cell and everything. Okay. It certainly seemed to be a fact that they were being watched. Remember, no test of the birth. It certainly seemed to be a fact that they were being watched, because once they returned to the cousin's room, turned the lights on, and lay down on their beds, the phone rang again. Okay, probably some what's called what do we call someone who helps the murderer? Accomplice. There we go. English was hard, but we got it. Thank you. Up until now, Jessica had been answering the phone, seeing as it was her whose, but now it was Georgie, as the eldest, who picked it up. Violent chance, or what's going on? This time, Killer-san was on the other end of the phone. You typed too slow. It's okay, thank you. Okay, so Killer-san is still alive. Like, actually alive. Like, not a fabrication from, like, our blind spot or something. Georgie handed it to Butler out of consideration.
もしもし、キレイさんか。そっちは大丈夫なのか。
心配をありがとう。今のところは快適よ。ごめんなさい。死後は慎めと命令されてる。今から伝えることをよく聞いて。
The fact that they were hostages still hadn't changed, and Kinso, or one of his subordinates, was probably listening to this conversation. Butler restrained the urge to talk about other things and focus on what Kire had to say. Okay. Ooh, interesting. Imagine if Maria passed the test. Okay. That sounds like they're calling people to shooty at. That was my theory on probably episode 2. Butler repeated it out loud so that his cousins would also understand.
ジェシカ、兄貴、俺、マリアの順で呼び出しがあるまで部屋にいろ。だな。分かった。マリアもなのか
よ。Interesting.
9歳の子にまで。クソジジイは何を強いる気なんだ。畜生め。
後ろ宮家の命運はあなたたちに握られてるわ。頑張って。
Okay, so I wonder who's going to call the phone next. Now that, because whatever we saw, we as in the player saw in the jail, it could be not Liu, right? Because Butler, the main character, haven't seen the events. But Butler did phone calls with Kire and he saw, but I don't know if that means, well, Jessica wouldn't lie, I hope. So Jessica talked to her father, so I guess Klaus and Kire is confirmed to be alive.
Oh.
Interesting. wait for the story to confirm people who are still alive. But I noticed the strange nuance in Kirill's words. Even without any blood connection, he could still understand, thanks to the long-lasting bond they shared. I thought he left the house after Ludolf remarried to Kirill after what was her name? Artemis. Batara's biological mother was dead. Now was not the time to worry about the future of the Ushinomiya family. That wasn't the message that Kirill wanted to send. She probably meant there is no way for us to escape from this dungeon, and we can only wait to be rescued. Okay, our lives are in your hands. Something like that.
ああ、任せてくれ。どんなテストか知らねえが上等だぜ。
I'm going to assume that the real murderer will never get on the phone to, I don't know, probably to conceal their identity.
受けて立ってやら。本気のテストなんだよな。
Nah, it's a joke test, Lamau.
マジにやっちまっていいんだよな。
What do you mean, go all out?
ええ、本気のテストよ。おじい様も本気で試すつもりでいるわ。
It was a prank, a joke.
ダメだな。全然ダメだぜ。
He said a thing.
死にかけの老いぼれが俺と本気？寝言は棺に入ってから言いやがれ。そこにいるジジイに言っとけ。次期当主は俺だ。
What about Georgie?
その最初の仕事はてめえの面に鉄拳ぶち込んでやることだってな。
Spoken like a successor. Even without Kirill having to repeat it, Bartola's powerful declaration of war reached Kinso's ears.
バトラ、それは実に楽しみであるぞ。
Come, let us do honorably.
一度は後ろ宮の名を捨てた男が何を身につけ、何の境地に至って我が前に現れるというのか楽しみにしている。そう伝えよ。
Okay. Unfortunately, Kinso's voice, was not picked up by the receiver. Oh, interesting. So, wait, what? Butterlight. Okay, maybe it's not that interesting. I thought maybe if Butterlight voice can reach someone who's the phone is not right up their ears. Can hear that. I thought Kinso's could speak loud enough to hear. What I'm saying is that Kinso doesn't exist. So that's that. So Kirill spoke for him.
大いに上等だそうよ。いい？バトラ君。手加減は不要よ。あなたはルドルフさんの息子。いいえ、私の息子よ。誰に自慢しても恥ずかしくないところを私にも見せてちょうだい。
Ah, so sweet, my
あ
waifu.
なたに全てを託すわ。
了解だぜ、母ちゃん。
He called her mom.
あとは任せておけ。
私たち全員は当主跡継ぎの資格を失っている。もう私たちは取られてゲーム版から外された駒も同然よ。だからあなたたちだけで戦って。
キリエさん。
I seriously doubt that is either Nasi threatening her husband or Rudolph threatening his wife. I don't know. Is it Eva again? Did she like fake her death with the story writing? Or maybe it's Losa. Who knows? Or maybe it's Shannon or Canon. we've already given up. You can forget about us. But for that very reason, I won't give up. I'm going to get wrecked this taste of whatever and save everyone.
それでは一番最初のジェシカちゃんへのテストの指示よ。自分の部屋へ行けですって。
That was easy.
自分の部屋？
お屋敷のジェシカちゃんの自室って意味のよね。
ジェシカに代わる。直接伝えてやってくれ。ジェシカ。
もしもし。
もしもし。
はい。わかりました。
Okay. I'm gonna guess she's gonna be shot.
私からか。
She's gonna be shot, but the scene will play out like something absolutely fantastic.
もう覚悟決めたぜ。行ってくるぜ。
In actuality, Jessica was probably feeling the fear of a girl her age. I wonder why they went with Jessica first. Why not Georgie? I mean, he's the oldest. So I thought they were going by ages. But she buried those feelings and strengthened her resolve.
用心してね。
私たちは監視されてんだろ。余計なこともできない。言いなりになるしかないさ。
食堂でジジイは何のためらいもなく瞬く間に6人を殺したという。
Wait, if that's an accomplice, who's observing these people, then it must be, well, at least probably someone with their significance others, right? I mean, it would be so strange if, let's say, Klaus works with Kide to kill other people. That's amazingly strange to me. So maybe it is canon and canon, right? Two people, like maybe one of them is in somewhere with at least Klaus and Kide to watch over them and feed them scripts, while the others, they observe the cousins. Yep. Why Kinsella doesn't tell everything to Kiss by phone himself? You want the real answer or the immersive answer? I think the story itself wants you to believe that that their kids are beneath him, I guess, or that maybe the adults should do the works. I mean, he's old, you know. But I think the actual reason is that Kinso was already dead. This theory was actually brought forward by all the characters, like all the adults, well, except Klaus and Nasuhi. So they thought that Kinso was already dead, but Klaus and Nasuhi keep his death a secret, so that no inheritance would take place. Possibly because Klaus was embezzling money from Kinso. So I kinda agree with these people that Kinso probably died like more than a year ago. So there's that. So yeah, I think the fact that Kinso doesn't speak in the phone himself really hints very hard that he doesn't exist right now. So Kiss didn't saw Kinso ever or spoke with him. No, especially on this conference. So they said that in the previous conference, says Kraus or Nasahi or the servants will always say that Kinso don't want to leave his room because he's grumpy or he doesn't want to discuss inheritance or whatever. So nobody have seen Kinso for more than I think it's more than a year, but I don't know if it's 6 years. Only Krause, Nasahi, and the servants claim to have seen him to this day.
それは俺たちに対しても同じかもな。
分かってる。返り討ちにしてやるぜ。
無茶はダメだよ。危険だと思ったら自分を最優先にして。
Now, if he's actually survived, there better be some amazingly good explanation on why he doesn't do things or show himself to anyone. Oh, and it was Nanjo diagnosed him and predicted that he would die in, I don't know, like a month or like months, but he outlived the prediction for like years, at least according to Krause and Nasahi. So that's the other factor that supports that he's dead. But he claims that he survived from his sheer willpower because that works.
クラウスおじさんが自分のために娘が犠牲になったことを知ったら胸が張り裂けてしまうに違いないから。
逆も同じだぜ。父さんと母さんが殺されて私だけが生き残ったら私の胸だって張り裂けるぜ。
Do you think Klaus is already dead by the time Kide talked to Bartola? Oh no.
バトラ君、さっきの話は本当だよね。
ああ、キリエさんたちはもう覚悟を決めている。
なら、なおのこと上等だぜ。
Do we know what the test is going to be?
みんなの命は私たちの双剣にかかってるってことだ。人質みんなは囚われの身で何もできない。なら、私たちが何とかするしかねえんだぜ。
もし何かあったらゲストハウスに逃げ戻って、その時点で僕たちがおじい様のゲームに付き合うのは兄貴。
Oops, sorry.
その時点で僕たちは宣戦布告。どこかに閉じ込められている彼らを救い出し、おじい様には叱るべき処遇を与える。
Yeah, we'll ride out Sally fought to war or something.
いいのか、兄貴。シャノンちゃんもいるんだろ。
だからといって僕は座して婚約者が殺されるのを待ちはしないよ。僕が恐ろしいのはおじい様にシャノンが殺されるかもしれないことに。
But what scares me is that I stand by and do nothing.
僕の婚約者に恐怖を味わわせたクソじじいよ。君らが僕より先にぶん殴っちまうことだけさ。
Oh, okay.
なるほどな。確かにこいつは次期当主が誰かを決めるってテストらしいぜ。
Yeah, who gets to punch Kinso first?
だな。クソじじいの顔面に一番最初に拳をお見舞いしたやつが。
Georgie, Bartola, and Jessica each forcefully nodded their heads and put their fists together. Then Jessica headed off to her own room as designated. Her form disappeared into the dankness of the lost garden, which was shaking in the violent winds. How many vertebrae are there in the human spine? No. We failed. Bang! Dead. Headshot. As they saw her off, Georgie and Bartola hardened their trembling freeze. Okay. Okay, now that Jessica is out of Batala's sight, I'm sure anything that happens afterward is going to be fantastic. Oops, did I read that? Jessica's back was watched through the window by Maria, who had remained upstairs. Her expression was blank.
みんなは何を息巻いてるのかな。ベアトリーチェが蘇れば、みんな生き返らせてもらえるのにね。
Sure. And Santa Claus will come and congratulate you himself. Jessica's form had already been completely swallowed up by the dankness. At the time, the phone began to ring again. With Maria alone? Oh. Okay, phew. Batara and Georgie heard it and came clambering back, but Maria picked up the receiver right away.
もしもし。マリア様ですか？
Oh, she still survived.
シャ
Okay,
ロンです。ジョージ様に代わっていただけますか？
interesting. I was thinking that maybe there are 4 people still alive, maybe? Like Krause, so that he can speak to Jessica. Shannon, so that she can speak to Georgie. Kire, so she could speak to Batala. Wait, then who's going to speak to Maria? Nanjo? Oh, that's odd. Okay. I thought they would make Losa survive so she can talk to Maria. This time it was Shannon on the phone, and the purpose of the message was to tell the next person, Georgie, where he was to go. Okay. Umineko when they cries. Okay, so it's 11 p.m. 11:10 p.m. Okay. The next head. Oh, that's creepy, that sound. Please no jump scare. It goes without saying, but since the time she was born, Jessica was raised in this mansion, the Western-style house that the cousins simply called the mansion was her home. You saw a ghost, you think? Nah, there's no ghost in this game. What did they read that? And yet she had never understood her cousin's feelings as much as she did today. And at the same time, her own home, which she knew well, had never felt so different a place as it did now. Her own room. Why are there scratch marks there? This has once been her personal hideaway, the only place in this vast mansion where she could feel at peace. What about Kinsokus? It was him all along! It was Liu! It was Kinso! He's the culprit! Jump scare! No, the only jump scare in this game is Maria. So as long as I close my eyes when Maria is on screen, we'll be fine. Yeah. However, the door had never felt as intimidating as it did now.
テストだって。一体何が待ち受けてやがるんだ。まさか私の机とか引っかき回してねえだろうな。
She acted tough, trying to deceive herself, trying to make herself believe that she wasn't scared of anything. She readied herself and opened the door to her room. Open. Did I press the wrong button? Okay. Oh god. Oh my god. That's too realistic. When she saw that, but it's nearby and is quickly approaching my location in Mach 3 speed. But she saw that, fortunately, the loom didn't appear to have been messed with. She relaxed. No one was there. Of course, there was nowhere for anyone to hide here. Not under the bed or the closet. By the way, Jessica locked the door behind her. Oh. They're gonna claim lock room mystery again, aren't they? Was no one there? I wouldn't know. Now the room was safe. She peeked under the bed and in the closet. Just like the SWAT team in Lady or Not. But of course, no one was hiding. Why are you all summoning? No one's gonna die. Maybe. Okay, what's the test? She looked at the clock. 10 past 11, or just a little past that. As her tension, lessened, and fatigue came back to her entire body, she realized how messed up this whole day had been. It was still only 11. The plan had been for all the cousins to get together, have fun playing around, and talk animatedly about all kinds of things together into the night. Python gas. I hope not. That's going to be really hard to prove. Nobody we would have been doing that kind of thing at this very moment. Why has that turned into this?
全部あのクソジジイのせいだ。よくも母さんをみんなを。
Her head was swimming with anger and sadness, but there was no one here to direct those emotions at. Because of the lock, this loom's security was guaranteed. Remembering that one more time, Jessica somehow regained her calm. Okay, what is going to happen? I don't... If it keeps up like this and nothing happens, Jessica thought that she would like to go to the dining hall and see her mother's last face. Even though Goda had emphasized so strongly that it was gruesome and that she definitely shouldn't look at it. Secret doors? Beatrice doesn't like secret doors, actually, oddly enough. She confirms that she will, well, I don't know if she will or not, but she haven't used one so far. Even so, she wanted to see her mother's face one final time, but they had been warned repeatedly that doing anything stupid would put the hostages in danger. Danger. I am the danger. Could it be that locking the door was also against the rules? If I close myself up in here, I alone might be saved. But if I don't open it, it will surely be against the rules, and that Canon-kun, Shannon, Anti-Kilia in Japanese, and Dr. Nanjo will be killed. There's no way the scales balance between 5 lives and my own 1 life. Jessica tightly shut her eyes, resisting the other part of herself, which said, "Is it alright as long as I survive?" Headed to the door and made to unlock it. Just then, okay, something this way come. Crap. Did that went into the mic? There we go. Oop, I blocked the mic. A crisp applause rang out, making Jessica's heart leap.
鍵をかけたままならルール違反ということになり、人質たちにも危害が及ぶかもしれません。
Where did you come from?
しかしそれでも自分の命だけは助かるかもしれない。
Are you a test?
しかしあなたはその誘惑に耐え、 自ら鍵を開けようとした。
Okay. I take that to mean he can teleport. I guess so. I take that to mean that she probably actually locked the door, and I think someone who Jessica recognized call out to her to unlock the door and grew his mustache. Where did that remark come from?
そのあなたの勇気は称賛に値しますよ。
Thank you. I, the owner of this room, has searched to make sure there was nowhere any human could have been hiding. Where this man? There was nowhere for a human to hide. But could something that wasn't human have managed it? I was pretty sure this was my first meeting with this largely built, middle-aged man. I did not recognize this guy who looked like a butler and bore the seal of the one-winged eagle. Nice prank, bro. Yeah, it was a prank.
はじめまして、
A joke.
ジェシカ様。私は親方様より家具頭を任されております。
No one died.
72柱の27位、ロの上と申します。
ロの上、ケンジさん。
Okay, if you're confused, it's because there was Lonoue, Genji, and his name is Lonoue, which I think you can connect the dots, like who's the inspiration for him.
ああ、源氏は私の弟のような存在、あるいはこの世界における私の正しい姿だったのかもしれません。より白だったと言っても良いでしょうな。
何を言ってんだこいつ。
おっ
Me too.
と、これは失礼しました。人間には話しても理解できぬ話。それでは本題に移りましょう。
ク
Hooray!
ソジジイの言うテストとかいうやつだな。
さよう
What
で
is
ございます。
the
こ
test?
ちらが親方様がジェシカ様に賜れましたテストでございます。
At Lonoway's elegant gesture, like that of a butler ordering for the meal to be set out, many gold butterflies flew up out of nowhere. What? Are they gonna swarm her like in episode 2? Did Lonoway run away from this Manchon? No, he got killed, I think. In the scene with the lapis and everything. If I remember correctly, Nasahi, Hideyoshi, Eva, Ludolfu, Genji, and Losa got killed in the scene. Normally they would tell you who's dead and what happens to their body, but because Batala haven't seen any of them yet, so this information hasn't been updated yet. You're just speaking upon his name and ran away. I couldn't connect that. Interesting. Oh, then that golden mound disappeared like a pile of leaves blown away by a cold, wintry wind, and there lay a western envelope with a one-winged eagle crest done on it in gold leaf. Runaway gestured to her to pick it up. Jessica timidly picked it up and opened the letter inside.
なんだ
非常にシンプルな次期当主の資格を探るテストでございます。そこに記されている問いにどっか後ろ宮家を担う次期当主としての心構えで臨んでいただき。
Question: What is your name? What is your favorite color?
答え
No.
とそれに至ったお考えをお聞かせください。
Why is 2 plus 2? No! I must admit my defeat. I am not fit to lead the Ushinomiya family. Shaking, but not stirred, Jessica looked back and forth between the paper and Lenovi's face several times. Oh. He thought he would be in the closed room as well. Is this statement false? No, not the paradox. No. At the time, Georgie, who had been caught out after Jessica, could be seen in the arbor of the Lost Garden. He had been planning to give Shannon the ring that would be proof of their engagement here tonight at this time if things had gone normally. But the woman in front of Georgie now was not Shannon. Uh-oh.
読みなさい。
Okay.
それがゴールドスミスからあなたに与えられるテストよ。
Him. Georgie picked up the western envelope on the table where he had once drunk tea with Shannon and read its contents. Perhaps its message was short. After a single glance at it, Georgie's eyes grew sharp.
なんだい
Ooh. So surprising that his glasses becomes foggy.
これは
What is it?
見ての通りよ。
What does it look like? I don't even know.
それがあなたに与えられる次期当主の資格を探るテスト。次期当主としての資格を自らに問いながら、その問いに答えなさい。
I'm smart, handsome, and rich. I don't know.
なんてバカな問題だ。
そうね。本当にバカな問題ね。なら、ゴールドスミスにとっての後ろ宮家の家督なんて、その程度のものなんじゃない？
How big is the gap between her front part and of the dress and back part? Depends on how fat she is. Georgie lowered his eyes to the surface of the letter once again and examined its contents. Georgie and Jessica, while the test given to them was slightly different, they were almost exactly the same. What about
以
Butler?
下に掲げる3つのうち2つを得るために1つを生贄に捧げよ
Okay.
簡単な3択じゃない。どれを見殺しに選ぶか、自ら決めなさい。
I decide Kinso.
選択を拒めばテストは中断。私の手であなたをこの場で殺してしまってもいいって許可をもらってるわ。
Just because they don't answer the question? Oh, hi, Butler. He's nice. Sacrifice Malia. Yeah. Take her.
それさえも選択肢に含めるなら4択ね。私、君みたいなこと遊ぶのはずいぶん久しぶりだから、それも嫌いじゃないわよ。
What?
この3択はあくまでもテストなのか、それとも選択は結果を伴うのか。
何を甘えてるの？君が選択したものは必ず命を落とす。
Oh, so if Georgie answered Jessica answered Butler answered Malia, and Malia answered Georgie, then everyone is dead. Is that what happened? Can she clarify what she meant by praying? Oh, I hope we're gonna know soon. among the three mentioned below in order to gain 2 sacrifice 1. Your life, Shannon's life, everyone else's lives. How is that 4 choices when the fourth one, oh, all of them? Okay, well, never mind. If you don't choose any of them, you lost.
シャノンの名がここにあるんだ。
2番目の選択肢にはそのものが最も必要とする愛する者の名が。
Okay. I could say that the paper doesn't exist, but what if it's a clue? Like,
どうして
oops, sorry, not that. The fact that the culprit knows Georgie's loved ones, that could be a clue to who it could be. Which means, of course, it could be Shannon herself. So, there's that.
目の選択肢にはそのものが最も必要とする愛する者の名が。ジェシカへのテストの2番にはカノンって書かれているはずだわ。
Okay, and Shannon knows about Canon and Jessica, so it's either Shannon or Canon who at least could write the question or the answer, the choices. Okay, I have narrowed down to 2 people. I am smart.
このバカな問題をジェシカにも出したのかい。
Well, unless they got enhanced interrogation technique used on them and they give up information, so that's that as well.
ジェシカのことなんかどうでもいいでしょ。今試されているのは
She's my
あ
sister.
なたよ。実に簡単な3択だわ。
I mean cousins, not sister.
他の2つのためにどれを捨てられるかということよ。簡単でしょ。それでも決まらないならコインでも貸してあげようかしら。
Yeah, but coin only have 2 sides.
コイン2面しかないものでどうやって3択を。
Well, I guess in theory you flip the coin like more than 2 times or something.
自分の命を捨てられる者がいるわけがないとなればおのずと残る選択肢は2つになる。
No, but Shannon is my waifu.
愛する者のために全ての人間を諦めるか、一人でも多くを救うために愛する者一人を諦めるか。どっちにももっともらしい大義名分がつけられるわ。だって今やこの六軒島は悪魔の島ですもの。人間の世界の甘ったるい馴れ合いなんて必要ないの。誰も責めないわ。あなたの心の赴くままに。後ろ宮家の家督を継ぐにふさわしい資格が自らにあるかを問いながら。
Well, you said that, but what would Kinso answer? Oh yeah, he would probably sacrifice everyone else. Yeah.
いいえ、自らが後ろ宮家当主であると思って選択なさい。
I wonder what. I think most things that happen in the story have a point to make to the player, but right now is it just a characterization of the cousins? Okay. What about Butler?
カニしやがって。
Jessica crumpled the letter up and threw it on the floor.
お怒りはごもっともと思いますよ。私も非常にお気の毒で、それでいて実に滑稽な出題だと思います。
Why you really don't like Butler, are you? What did he do?
自分から死にたいと願う人間なんているもんか。
No, I really doubt that the murderer actually presents them with the question like this.
そして愛する人の命を見捨てて生き残りたいと思う人間なんているもんか。そして自分たちだけ良ければ他の人間すべてを見殺しにできる人間なんているもんか。
Yeah, tell them.
いいえ、ジェシカ様、いても良いのでございます。
And it's you.
ここは六軒島、悪魔の島。今や人間の世界から完全に切り取られ、魔界にどっぷりチーズフォンデュのように沈んでおります。
Yeah, but how are you going to explain to the police? I mean, assuming that we survive.
人の世の価値観など、次の燃えないゴミの日に出してしまいますと。ですからどうジェシカ様が心より欲するものを順にお選びください。
You know, this like Pastorale, they just turn their thoughts of people and decide to forget about him. I don't think anyone forgot about him. At least I hope not.
その結果、残ったものがこの狂った今宵にふさわしきジェシカ様の回答となりましょう。
Just kill Canon, who cares?
ふざけるな。こんなのどれも選べるものかよ。
いずれも選ばねば蒸気のすべてを失うも立派な第四の選択肢でございます。それを選ばれるのもまた一興でございましょう。
Yeah, that'd be cool.
ただ
Shortest game in the episode.
自らの命を落とされるなら潔く一番の自分の命を選び他の二つを救われた方が賢明かと思いますよ。
But unless someone else answered, sacrifice everyone else.
すべてはジェシカ様の選択に委ねられます。
You're gonna ask this to Maria as well?
どうぞ後ろ宮家の跡継ぎにふさわしい回答とその信念をお聞かせくださいませ。
Yeah, let's let them. Kinso left gambling, so maybe that's the point. We gamble.
この炉の上、親方様の血を引きし末裔にふさわしき素晴らしい回答を心より期待いたしております。
Punch him. Oh? The scene was being observed through a magic crystal ball being held by Kinso. Seriously? Kinso finally couldn't hold back, spreading his arms and facing the heavens. He began laughing in an explosive voice. Michael Bay. Screw Mario. Now you're talking.
何を迷うか愚かなる孫たちよ、我が末裔たちよ。即答できる簡単な問題ではないか。
Of course.
朝のトーストにバターを塗るかジャムを塗るかより迷わぬ選択であるというのに。
Damn, now I don't know what should I put on my breakfast tomorrow. Damn, you say.
お前たちには正しい答えがわかるか?
It's simple. We sacrifice Kinso. That's the right answer. And Maria. Yep. And I don't know, maybe throw in a bonus and sacrifice Canon as well. He turned and stared, wide-eyed, at the siesta Shimai, who had been faithfully studying in red behind him. Waifu!
申し訳ございません。私にはわかりません。ゴールドスミス卿。
He's so cute.
愚か者め、選べもせぬとはな。ゲームオーバー。
Well, luckily, they are not the one who is playing this game.
自らの生きる理由も目的も見出せん愚かなウサギめ。
How dare you! You should lose your life for this, Kinso. How dare you insult my waifu, Rabbit! Can we sacrifice Kinso? I wish.
貴様など誰にも気づかれずに踏み潰されて生を終えるアリ一匹ほどの価値もないわ。
Okay, now this is personal now. I hate you, Kinso.
死ね、潰れろ。私が瞬きしている間に消えてなくなれ。
Damn you, sir.
お前はどうか。
私は一番の自分の命を生贄とするであります。ブグは戦い、知ってこそであります。
No, waifu. You can't do that.
そしてブグは敵を撃ち滅ぼし、味方を守るためにある。愛する者たちを守って死ねるなら本望であります。
ほう。
Oh.
ブグらしい実に見事な模範解答よ。即答大いに結構。
Bullshit, I couldn't even shoot the like ending in Far Cry 3. What do you mean? It was a amazingly correct answer. Endings. Yep.
そう答えれば人参が一本余計にもらえると教えられてきたのか。
That's only one ending in Far Cry 3. Yep.
違うよな。それすらも違うよな。
Stop bullying my waifu.
そう聞かれたらそう答えようと、お前はただ吹き込まれた通りに答えたに過ぎない。お前も今のウサギと同じだ。
Leave her alone.
自分の生きる理由と目的を未だに見出せずに生きている。
My guy, if she has autonomy, she wouldn't be here helping you right now. Me think.
生きる価値なきクズめ。
How dare you, sir? You insult two waifus and a rabbit waifus to boot.
貴様など潰されて他の家畜の餌にでもなるのがお似合いよ。
What is wrong with you? Oh no! Oh wow! I think that's the first time she looks distressed.
はっ。家畜の餌、光栄であります。
No.
違うだろう。もう誰も死ぬところを見たくないんだろう。
Grandpa got insane. Oh, the dining hall scene isn't enough to convince you that he's insane? Okay.
それがなぜ認められぬのか。認めろよ。お前の古傷の奥の奥が未だに産んで腐っていることを。
Old wounds? You mean her eyes? Actually, what happened? What dining hall scene? Oh, dining hall. That scene.
不臭にて鼻が曲がりそうであるわ。愚かなる腐れウサギめ。
How dare you, sir? How dare you?
お
Shoot
前に
him!
はこれが褒め言葉である。
ありがとうございます。
No!
であります。
Oh, why?
さ
Why
て
her?
最後のお前はどうか。
I hate Kinso now. Irredeemable character. Yep.
この三択から何を選ぶ？
I assume she's gonna say sacrifice everyone.
にひ迷うことなく当然2番であります。
Oh no, that's unexpected.
おお、2番か。
I didn't think she would answer that because she doesn't have any loved
愛
ones.
する者を生贄に捧げることを胸を張って選べる者は多くない。
Oh wait, yeah, she doesn't have loved ones, so of course she would offer her loved ones. Quotation mark.
わけを聞かせよ。
But thank God I'm not her husband or I'm gonna be offered as a sacrifice.
愛する者はいつかいなくなるからです。
The same could be said to everyone.
愛する者がいなければ傷つかないし、いなくてもいつかまた誰かを愛せるかもしれない。
If Kinso is dead, that means that somebody is writing a fanfic. I think that's absolutely what's happening right now. So, in the present, in AJ's time, there's someone who's writing messages and put them in the bottle, and that it floats through the seas. And I think some details are similar to the episodes that we've gone through. So I shouldn't hate Kinso. Damn, you're right. You're very right.
だから今愛してるものなんて
But
大した価値はないのですに。
But that means my waifus, my bunny waifus, are real? Impossible.
にひ
I can't accept that.
なるほど。それでそういう回答になるわけか。愛に傷ついたがゆえに臆病になったウサギよ。ウサギは寂しさで死ぬと聞いたが、お前の心は一体いつ殺されたというのか。ならばウサギよ、問いを変えよう。2番の選択肢を愛するものではなく、そなたが愛したものの思い出に変えようではないか。
The memories? Well, that depends if the loved one is dead.
どうかこれでももう一度選べるか。
How is it different? I don't...
何が愛してるものに大した価値はないだ。愚かなウサギよ。
What the hell you say?
自らの愛の深さにも向かい合えぬクズめ。選んでみよ。愛したものを忘れられると選んでみや。選べるだろう。
I think I could.
選べるものな。ほら、選べるって言ってみろよ。
Why are you bullying the bunnies?
選べるであります。
Why is this happening?
選べるであります。
This is cruel. No, my wife. Animal boost! Animal boost!
ゴールドスミス卿、それくらいでどうかお許しを。
He's the enemy of all rabbits.
もうよいわ、クズウサギどもめ。お前たちはワルギリアのところへ行き、地下牢の見張りを手伝うのだ。
Typical psychologist section. Wait, so they mind break you? That's the job?
消えよ。
Yes, Sashimai, their old emotional wounds gouged, disappeared as though running away. After that, even though there was no one left to hear him, Kinser continued talking as though continuing a play.
と、このように愉快なテストなわけだ。実のところを言えば、これが正解という選択肢はない。むしろどの答えであろうともよどみなく素早く、そして確固たる信念と揺るがぬ強き自らの意志で選べるかどうか。
Okay.
その理由と意志の方が重要なのだ。私はそれを知りたいのだよ。ああ、我が末裔たちよ。お前たちはどのような答えを見せてくれるのか、実に楽しみだ。
In before someone choose, sacrifice everyone else. Because the reason is Kinso is in it, so that we can sacrifice Kinso as well. That'd be a really good throw. Logic.
私か。
Okay, I need to go to have idol meeting in the toilet. So I'll be back. I drank too much water before stream, so back. Let's continue.
ああ、もちろん同じ問いを突きつけられたことがあったとも。
He teaches everyone good things, the best psychologist. Did he?
その悪魔の問いに見事答えたからこそ、私は黄金と名誉とあの魔女を我が物とすることができたのだよ。
If I took that sentence at face value, it meant that he killed a lot of people and claimed Beatrice somehow. Was he a SWAT?
私が選んだ答えはどれか言うまでもないよな。
I think he did some shrooms. Yep. The same shrooms from Tales of Rebirth.
さて、そろそろ答えは決まりましたでしょうか。
My answer is sacrifice. You run away. As Jessica stared at the crushed letter which lay on the floor, she hung her head in constant silence. All that filled the room was the sound of the wind and the rain and the rustling of treetops. Regardless of how noisy it was, it simply made the silence more apparent. Runaway waited for Jessica's answer. However, Jessica did not speak. Whether she was deep in thought or had stopped thinking, Runaway couldn't tell. I thought you're a demon. No, he might actually have known. But cruelly, like a demon, Runaway urged Jessica to voice it.
どれも選べないというなら、そのお命、せめて痛みがないよう安らかに頂戴させていただきますが、さて。
He started the shroom business. Damn! We could have been rich! He stole my business plan. Damn him!
せよ。
What? Room?
はい、聞こえかねました。もう一度お願いできますかな。
Jessica lifted her face and looked straight into Runaway's eyes. It seemed that she had decided on her answer.
殺せよ。
Oh, that was not expected. Jessica said it one more time, clearly. Perhaps Runaway had imagined from the very beginning that this would be the answer. Without any surprise, he smiled lightly and
ジェ
nodded.
シカ様ならそのお答えを選ぶと思っておりました。さて、このテストはどの選択肢が正解不正解というものではありません。重要なのはどのような考えを経てその答えに至ったかという部分です。さあ、ジェシカ様のそして次期当主としての心構えを持ってそれをお答えください。
I wonder how
死にたくて1番目を選んだわけじゃないさ。2番のカノン君を死なせること、こんなのもちろん論外だから除外。3番のその他みんなの命、こんなのももちろん論外だから除外。そしたら1番目の選択肢しか残らなかった。
消去法ですか。積極的にお選びになったわけではないと。
After chuckling slightly, Runaway dropped his gaze. A human couldn't even imagine what kind of answer a demon would have been hoping for. All she could understand was that this was apparently slightly below Runaway's expectations.
悪くはありませんが、良くもない回答です。
Damn, she failed. Also,
60点というところでしょうか。
The full score is 1000?
少し失望しましたよ。
自信を持って選べみたいなこと言っておいて、そうしてやったら失望とは自分勝手な野郎だぜ。
Yeah, tell him.
消去法というだけではないようですね。いずれにせよ落第点ですが、もう少しお考えがあるようだ。
Where 60 is a failing grade?
伺いましょう。
I mean, probably failed if other people get higher than that.
死にたくないさ。だから一番なんて誰だって選びたくない。人は幸せに生きたくて生の限りをあがいてるんだぜ。だから本当はまず一番目なんてありえないはずなんだ。
しかしあなたは一番目の選択肢、自分の命を捨てることを選んだ。その選択肢しか残らなかった。
Haha, but I didn't say how. I'm going to throw away my life. Prepare yourself. And then she punched him. And then the fight begins or something.
一応それぞれの選択肢を選んだ後の未来のことを考えてみたぜ。
ほう、いかがでしたか？
まずカノン君を死なせてみた。私は自分の大好きな人を見捨ててまで生きる残りの生涯を想像してみた。
Yep, all seven.
それはどんな生涯でしたか？
生きるにも値しない最低の女だった。いつまでも自らの選択を悔やみ、ただ後悔だけのために生きるみすぼらしい女だった。
Just one other boys.
大好きな人を見捨てて生きることを選んだ最低の女なんて私には許せない。
Nah, I'm sure Canon will be so happy because he keeps calling himself furniture.
私が自ら引導を渡してやる。
A furniture job is to make the master happy. So says Beatrice.
では3番目の選択肢も考えられたのでは？
And then I will become a mass murderer.
私とカノン君以外の全員を死なせても見た。カノン君はそんな私を好きになるはずはない。そして私もまたいくらカノン君がいてもそのために見捨てた大勢の命が生涯十字架となってのしかかってきた。そしてその十字架はカノン君にまでのしかかった。
Now he's fine. Furnitures can't bear any cross.
私はカノン君に十字架を背負わせるために愚かな選択肢を選んだりはしない。もしそんなことをする私がいたなら、私はその未来の私を許さない。
But if he die, Canon will be so sad.
その女にも私が引導を渡してやる。
Jessica had pictured it in her mind. The future her beyond each of the three choices. There were three Jessicas. Of the three, two had regrets. Only one could hold her head high and smile at Canon. That's a cop-out.
私さ、生意気にもカノン君に説教したことがあるぜ。自分の人生を思い切り生きてみろみたいなことを。
自分の人生を思い切り生きる。味わいある言葉ですね。それは意外にとても難しいものです。
だからさ、私が胸を張ってカノン君に見せなきゃならないんだよ。
By dying?
胸を張ってお天道様を真正面から見て思い切り笑顔でいられる生き方ってやつを。
Is that how that
あなたの自己犠牲をカノンは受け入れられるでしょうか？
True.
あなたの身勝手な選択が余計に彼を傷つけてしまうことには思いが至りませんか？
I can't believe that I'm agreeing with this person.
だから
But yeah.
伝言を頼みたい。
ほう、お聞きはしますが、何しろ私は悪魔です。約束は守らないかもしれませんよ。
守って約束。
Okay, promise. kept. Easy. Just that easy. Lamau, Jessica spoke that looking quite unconcerned. She had asked the demon who was about to take her life to pass on a message, and she wasn't thinking for a moment that she would be betrayed. You sure? At that extremely innocent smile, Lonaway closed his eyes lightly and shrugged his shoulders.
いいでしょう。それで彼に何と伝えればよろしいですか
I left him.
カノン君の
Marry me.
思いっきりの人生を生きて。
Excuse me? There was a phone?
うん、ちょっと違う。カノン君のじゃない。本当の名前は未だに教えてもらえないけど。
Oh yeah! I forgot about that.
本当のカノン君の人生を思いっきり生きて、そう伝えて。
Okay.
様。
My heart, my soul.
ジェシカ、お前というやつは。
炉の上は気まぐれですから、伝言をしなかった可能性もありました。
So that's why I installed a secret phone bug?
幸運でしたね。私がこの光景を見せていて。
Aww. My waifu is so nice. A musty three-sided mirror. Tree was set beyond the bars, and the scene with Jessica was reflected on it. On the next mirror, oh, the scene with Georgie was reflected in the same way. Well, thank God that his parents isn't here to see Georgie's answer. Why everyone is so calm? Well, I mean, keep calm and do things the British way. None of them questioned how a three-sided mirror had appeared from a group of butterflies, or why Jessica and Georgie were reflected on it. It's a TV! Because the reflected sides themselves were more important.
そこまで。こいつのために命をも投げ出せるというのか。
申し訳ありません。
Krause looked at Cannon with a complicated expression that had an awkward smile mixed in. Cannon couldn't meet his eyes.
ワルギリア様、お嬢様が命を落とされることはありません。僕を殺してください。2番目の選択肢に変えてください。
You can't just do that.
それで全ては丸く収まるはずです。
How do you know?
その願いを私に叶えることはできませんよ。
Because you're too nice.
これはジェシカの選んだ自らの選択なのですから。
Waifu! Suddenly the air split, and the Siesta Shimai appeared, flying into Valkyria's chest. What? Oh my god! Wow, that escalated. Ah, so cute.
ひどいんです、ひどいんです。コールラスミス教がひどいんです。
I know, right? Someone pat their heads.
私だって頑張ってるのであります。
Even her?
潰して家畜の餌とかあんまりであります。
Aww. Ah, that's so cute. Still without a clue what was going on, Valkyria was smothered by the sobbing Siesta Shimai. Aww.
はいはい、大丈夫ですよ、大丈夫ですよ。泣かないで泣かないで。美味しいお紅茶を入れてあげますからね。
In here? In the underground jail cell?
お前たち、ここの見張りを任せます。不審な真似をしたらすぐに知らせるのですよ。
The guard attendants all looked at each other and nodded their heads. Valkyria took the Siesta Shimai and left. The sound of people going up a set of stairs could be heard, so they had probably gone to an upper floor. Where's animation? How she flies in her chest. Yeah, you wish. It's not that kind of game. Ooh.
チャンスだわ。
Chance? Those guys are big.
このヤギ頭どもは頭が悪いみたい。
What are you gonna do? Use speech level 100?
うまく騙せないかしら。
Well, you're gonna tell them, actually, your master needs you to help them with the teas. So go. Do. Kiria realized that an opportunity had arrived, but she still hadn't thought of a way to break the metaverse. Revolution! You are being oppressed by the witches. Take the freedom into your own hands. The Jessica reflected on the three-sided mirror, closed her eyes as though she had given up. The way she had both hands stuck into her pockets, wanting to be defiant until the very end, might have been her own kind of aesthetics.
私の言い分は以上だ。殺せよ。
わかりました。それでは。
No.
ご安心を。あなたへの死は、どんな眠りよりも優しく、慈悲深いものにいたしますよ。
Lonaway raised his palm as he slowly approached Jessica. What the? Realizing that his daughter would be killed, Krause repeatedly body slammed the metaverse, going half mad. Are you a goat? The ghosts. The gods. Wow, that was hard to pronounce. Looked like they were sneering at how a mere human didn't stand a chance at breaking the bars. And true, Krause's pointless effort might have been comical, but Krause was giving it everything he had. As Jessica's father, he was living in that moment with everything he had so that he could save her. Cannon made tight fists with both hands. If he used his cursed power, he might be able to cut through even metal bars. But there were a full 3 gods. There was no way he could defeat 3 of them. In an instant, it would instantly be reported, and then Valkyria and even the Shiestashimai would dash in. Okay, I'll drink some water. Though he may be able to break the bars, he could do nothing more. Well, maybe Kraus could defeat the gods, maybe. It was useless. Cannon knew already that the witch was nearing at that kind of useless effort, so he could do nothing but stare at Krause's repeated body slams.
庄司様。
Shannon, who had been looking at the three-sided mirror, let out a voice. They looked to see that Georgie, who had been silent this whole time, had raised his head. It seemed that Georgie had also decided on an answer. My eyes! Flashbang.
決まった君の答え。
ああ、決まったよ。
それは揺るぎない答え。
ああ、揺るぎないね。
なら聞かせてもらうわ。ああ、ちなみにジェシカはどうも自分の命を差し出すことを選んだようよ。
Are you allowed to tell him that? Okay.
まさか優柔不断な君も同じ答えを選んだって言うんじゃないでしょうね。
ジェシカはジェシカの答えを出したのさ。それがどの選択であろうとも、それはジェシカの答えだ。
And whatever answer I give is my own answer.
僕の答えに何も干渉しないよ。
そう。なら改めて聞くわ。以下に掲げる3つのうち
He's gonna say everyone, isn't he?
2つを得るために1つを生贄に捧げ。1、自分の命。2、シャノンの命。
A bit dramatic, don't you think?
3、それ以外の全員の命。あなたが選んだのはどれ？まさかジェシカと同じ1番？
違うね。
Oh, oops, sorry, wrong button. Cubworth looked a little surprised because she had thought that a timid-looking man like this would never choose any other option. No way! Georgie is the perfect human being.
ならよかったわ。私にとって一番退屈な選択肢が外れてくれてよかった。じゃあ、
What the?
まさかとは思うけど。
Okay, the vertex is exploding.
シャノンの命を見捨ててみせる？
I can.
まさか今夜まさに婚約指輪を贈ろうという相手をどうして僕が？
True, true.
これは大胆だわ。それが君の答えなの。
そうさ。僕の答えは3番さ。
Wow! He's a shark. Georgie had chosen the third choice, but Kinso would love him. Everyone else's lives, even Cubworth, hadn't been able to imagine that answer. Georgie, you have doomed us all. No. She had been sure that he would choose number one, just like Jessica, so she became interested in how he had reached that answer. How he had reached an answer that had defied the imagination of the 33rd ranked demon of the 72. Oh my god, that's a lot of words. Finally, a massacre.
聞かせてほしいわ。自分と愛する婚約者だけが無事で、それ以外の全てを犠牲にできる境地というのを聞かせてほしいわ。
Well, I love myself and Shannon, so there.
あ
Answer.
なたもジェシカと同じで。
違うね。はっきりこれしか僕には選択肢がないのさ。
自分さえ良ければいいと？愛する女と引き換えに世界を犠牲にできると？
君は何を言っているんだい？
Oh.
何？
Nani? Georgie faced the demon as he spoke, looking at her almost in disbelief.
僕は今夜ここにシャノンを呼び出し、婚約の証である指輪を渡すつもりだった。僕とシャノンの婚約を祝福しない者もきっと多いだろう。僕は彼女との婚約を宣言することで親族すべてを敵に回すと覚悟していた。僕にはあるんだよ。この島に訪れたその時から。いや違う。彼女に婚約したいと打ち明けたその時からね。
結婚さえできれば他の何もかも犠牲にできると？
結婚とは自分は生涯妻の味方であり続けるということだ。
Yeah, tell them.
僕にはその時点で彼女のために世界のすべてを敵に回す覚悟があるんだ。
Those words through the three-sided mirror also reached Shannon's ears. Are they blood related? Between who? Between Georgie and Shannon? I don't think so. I mean, Shannon is a servant and yeah, here's the apparent family trees, so I don't think he's related to Shannon. So it's safe. No Sweet Home Alabama. Yep. And his determination reached her eyes. Shannon certainly had arranged with Georgie that tonight she would be given an engagement ring. Damn, Shannon got spoiled. What a shame. When this incident had occurred, and she hadn't been able to receive the ring. But now, even though it wasn't in the form of a ring, Shannon had received something even greater. Are they gonna die? And as proof of that, a single tear with the same sparkle as a diamond dripped down. Okay.
それは何とも振るった答えだことね。なるほど。よく考えたら君にこれは気楽な選択肢だわ。
Top that, Pastorale, and Maria. For a second, you thought that Nishinomiya family is incest one. How did it become Nishinomiya? Where did that come from? What? No more Ushinomiya. Now it's Nishinomiya.
だって君の両親は第一の晩にすでに殺されちゃってるんだもんね。
That's true.
今さら君にとって死んで困る人間は誰もいない。
You forgot.
なるほどね。これは簡単な選択だったわ。
Your bad names. Me too. Me too.
何とでも言うがいい。これが僕の、そして僕の次期当主としての覚悟と選択だ。
Spoken like Kinso's grandchild, the sparkle in George's eyes was brilliant and sharp. How do you do, Aku? Who are you talking to? For just an instant, Gabu felt the same sense of intimidation, and Kinso exuded and was slightly overpowered.
なるほど。ゴールドスミスと同じ答え。君もあどけなさそうな顔して、将来はとんだ悪魔になるわけね。
Foreshadowing.
なんだ。私たちとてもうまくやれそうじゃない。君がゴールドスミスの後を継ぐ。そしてやがては私は召喚され君に仕えることもあるかもしれない。
God, I hope not.
それも案外面白いかもしれないわね。
Gabu needed to change her opinion of Georgie. See, Georgie is a perfect human being. He's like Agent 47. He probably got bioengineered to become perfect. This man bore a determination and reserve unimaginable from his outward appearance, and had not adopted that just now, but had possessed it since the very beginning. Okay, that way you will not make a mistake. So you're gonna call everyone with A in the beginning as A? Well, that's gonna be hard.
僕には今すぐ当主を継承する覚悟がある。
Right away? Like, right now?
いや違うね。君はこのテストを当主として考えろと言った。だから僕は自分が当主であると前提して答えたんだ。いや、それすら違う。
Stop being indecisive, Mikunman.
当主そのものとして考えた。僕は今後宮家の当主なんだ。
見事だわ。そこまで言えるなんてね。
Is G evil?
君は
Wait, is there someone else with G at the start? Well, that's Genji. Well, I think Genji is a good person. Yeah.
どうやら
I don't know why you would
かなりの大物だわ。
don't know why you would think that Genji is evil.
バトラとマリアのテストはまだだけど、私は君が合格でいい気がする。
I know, right? Let's just finish the test and move on with our life.
でもその答えがかけねなしの本当のものならね。
僕の覚悟を疑うというのか。
君が選んだ選択肢を実行で
Yeah,
き
you
る。
meant him. Of course.
今すぐ自らの手でこの島に存在するすべての命を生贄に捧げることができる。
Oh, interesting. Are we gonna have Georgie as a murderer?
自らの手でよ。
できるね。
Oh, wow, the face.
その覚悟はあると僕は何度も言っている。
Why does it look like a Yakuza? I can, and I'll start with you. I don't know how Georgie
なら
fights.
ば今すぐゲストハウスに戻りバトラとマリアを殺しなさい。それが終わったら他の人質たちも連れてきてあげる。
Blood for the blood god. Let the blood flows. Okay, thank you for the stretch.
君の手でシャノン以外の全員をその目の前で処刑してみせるのよ。
Wait, what does it have to be before her eyes?
できるんでしょ？
No.
できるね。
Oh, yeah.
僕の覚悟は君程度のそれとはレベルが違う。
How do you know?
ならば実行しなさい。すべてに死を。新しき後宮家の当主としてこの血塗られた儀式の遂行を。
Why?
了解したよ。
I will start with
実
you.
行する。僕は今やもう後宮家の当主だ。
Come on. Say
そう
it.
よ。
Say it.
自らの手でその玉座を赤く染めなさい。君は悪魔たちを滑る魔界の王となる。
That sounds depressing to me. Gabu was now sure this man was truly fitting to succeed Kinso's madness. Madness. This is Sparta! Is there a chance that I will faint
吹けよ
while
嵐。
stretching?
鳴らせよ雷鳴。
I don't think so. I haven't have any symptoms when I'm stretching. At least I hope so. Okay, I'll drink some water.
新しき魔王の誕生を祝うがいい。悪魔の島は今新しい王を迎えた。
Premature celebration. In response to the demon's call, the tempest raged more and more. Then a massive lightning bolt fell, its tearing thunder and brilliant light, creating the feeling of just a moment of silence. My eyes! Okay,
で
what's
さ
going to...
その殺害の順番だけど
Oh, here it comes. Here it comes.
僕が決めていいわけだよね。
どうぞご自由に。新しき六軒島の魔王陛下。
Yeah, see.
あ
Yeah.
なたの御心の赴くままに。
とりあえずさ、
Oh, here it comes.
その一番目が君になるわけだけどいいかな。
Ooh.
え？
Checkmate, peasants. A gust of wind blew where the rain just let up. Really? Staring up Georgie's jacket as though it was a cloak. It was very much like the cloak worn by the head. It definitely gave the same impression of grandeur. At that time, Gabu suddenly saw the storm right away, and the sky covered with a pure white and vast full moon. Mastermind. I know, right? Bearing the full moon on his back, the man who called himself the new head sneered at the demon.
後宮家親族のすべての命さえも今や僕の財産だ。それに損害を出してくれた賠償安くは済まないよ。
True! With interest. Yep, yep.
まさか僕の両親に夏日おばさん、ルドルフおじさん、ローザおばさん、
Oh, he's mad.
そして源氏さんの命を奪っておいてこの僕が見逃すと本気で思ってるのかい。
Fight, 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 fight.
はは生意気よ。
Oh, even Jessica? Noname had been intending to press his palm against Jessica's chest and stop her heart. And that's lewd. But a short distance away, his hand had stopped. What? What? On the carpet at their feet, plop, some late flowers bloomed one after another. The seeds of those flowers had fallen down from high above. Too bad of this is fanfic. I know, right? I wish it's real. I really wish it is so. All the way from Jessica's fist held up as though to strike the heavens. Oh, she punched him. Nonaway's nose was stained red with spurting blood, and the drops were dripping onto the carpet.
ちなみに、さっきのは乙女としての回答な。
Yeah! The music!
次期当主としての回答は別だぜ。
お伺いします。
大好きな人も、家族も、親族もみんな。
Yeah, I'll save everyone! I'm the hero!
私が守る。私が当主なら、それは私の責務だ。お父さんは威張ってるだけじゃない。私や母さんを守ってた。後宮家を受け継ぐ重圧ってやつと何十年も戦ってた。
True!
わかるぜ。次期当主ってのはな、軽くねえんだよ。だからさ、捨てられるんだよ。自分の命くらい簡単にかけられちまうんだよ。
Jessica knew. She knew that her father, in order to protect his family, was even now bluffing and fighting a solitary fight. Jessica understood something that his back had been telling her. Another left straight was buried into Norway's face. Wow! That mighty strike wasn't due just to the brass knuckles she was using. She had some knuckles? It was a strike, a battle out. Oh, wrong game. Of a person, a family head who could throw away everything in order to protect.
父さんが次期当主の資格を失ったなら、順当に次の当主は私が継承するぜ。後宮家当主。
Oh my god.
後宮ジェシカ。これ以上好きにさせるほどふぬけちゃいねえぜ。
素晴らしい回答です。先ほどの点数を改めましょう。
You were hoping for a massacre. I think you need some wholesome reassurance. A wonderful answer. Okay.
その回答に10点プラス。
Only 10?
見事な左ストレート。10点プラス。
Very good.
ってことは、あと20点プラスで100点満点だな。
Wrong, Lamau. The score is actually 1,000. Runaway backflipped away from her. What? And violently swept away the blood pouring from his nose. It had become the blood, but petals of a littlest. The blood on his face was wiped off, and in its place was a grin from a great delight, which he had last felt so many centuries ago that he could no longer remember just how long it had been. Pay you 100 channel points. You made a good point.
ジェシカ様の覚悟、満点に値するかどうか、この炉の上、試させていただきますよ。
うぜえぜ。
Oh wow.
かかってきやが
れ。
Yeah! おいで、奈落へ。
A what? A what? Beneath Georgie's feet, a pitch black pit. Black pit suddenly opened its mouth wide. Of course, Georgie had no way of resisting. After being swallowed up by it, Georgie fell out of a pitch black hole that had opened up in the ceiling of the arbor. Wow! Okay. As Georgie fell down, he was hit sharply in the gut, like a precision being struck by a reverse roundhouse kick from a stiletto heel. Launched out of the arbor the instant Georgie thought that he was about to be swallowed up by a loose bush. Whee! Another pitch black hole opened there and swallowed Georgie up. At this time, a pitch black hole opened in front of Garper at her feet, spitting a defenseless Georgie out of it. By the time, Garper had already finished the preparatory motions for the next reverse roundhouse kick. Oh, wow! What the? What was that about? Right side of the head, below the right armpit, side of the right knee. Whatever that means. As Gabu danced and spun like a small cyclone. She kept hitting him. Right foot, left foot, right foot, left foot. Wow, exciting with successive lighthouse kicks. What is this circle? I don't know. The first one became a sweep, cutting Georgie's feet out from under him and making him fall down. But of course, there was no floor there. But a pitch black hole, and Georgie was swallowed up once again. Okay, I'll drink some water. Gabu once again spun around like a small cyclone. Are you in circus? Yeah. Georgie likewise was once again spread out from the ceiling of the arbor. What the? Oh, that's the rain. Did he die? The sharp strike of the queen bee pierced the heavens like a rising cyclone. It kicked through Georgie's abdomen as he fell from the ceiling. No. And then, time froze. Survival! No. Georgie was pinned in midair by Gabu's raised leg. 07. No. No. Still pinned in midair, Georgie moaned. Then Gabu, with Georgie still hung up on her foot, grinned.
認めてあげるわ。君の態度だけは一人前よ。でも、力が伴わなきゃダメだわ。
If only we have a gun.
知ってる？この世を滑るには3つの力が必要だそうよ。一つは権力、一つは財力、最後は何か知ってる
？Waifus?
本で読んだよ。
No. It's in that kind of game.
だろ。
Oh.
正解。君にはそれが足りないわ。
Gabu finally released Georgie by kicking him upwards one more time, adding in another roundhouse kick and smashing him into a pillar. How is he still alive? A force? I just realized it's Tales of Rebirth over again.
権力を伴わない王者にも、財力を伴わない王者にも、そして暴力を伴わない王者にも、金蔵はその3つを兼ね備えたわ。だからこそ暴君として君臨した。君も金蔵の後継者を名乗るならば、その貫禄を見せてごらんなさい。
Yeah, well, what? My waifus is still alive.
ほら、いつまで寝ているの？立ちなさい。じゃないとまた落ちるわよ。
Oh. What the? What is going on?
悪くない動きですよ。しかし、レディーには少々ふさわしくないかと存じます。
Wow!
ひょろひょろとちょこまかと
Wait, where's Georgie's CG picture?
反撃してこねえのかよ。なめてんのか、うぜえやつ。
Wow, I want to see Pastorale fighting technique and Marius. Maybe. None of it was dodging skillfully, jumping back and avoiding Jessica's freeze, but he still wasn't striking by himself. Because of his agile movements, as swift as a flag whipping around in strong winds, Jessica's fist wasn't even able to touch him. Amidst a feeling of her blood running hot, Jessica regained her offensive composure. Even though this room was large for a bedroom, it was too small an area to keep up such exaggerated dodges for long. She calmly realized that and started using not just her fists, but her legs as well. Where did she get brass knuckles? No idea.
ボクシングは腕でやるだけのうちは半人前です。 腕は熱く吠えたける獅子のように、そして足は冷たく獲物を狙って追い詰める蛇のように。
I'm sorry, is this like a kung fu fighting montage training or something?
蛇に足はねえぜ。
True! Tell him!
確かに。
Jessica began cornering Runaway towards the wall with perfect footwork. She wouldn't let him get around her. Runaway's magnificent dodges looked flashy, but they needed sufficient room. Once cornered, he wouldn't be able to dodge anymore. A perfect fighting techniques from Street Fighter, I presume. Jessica had a good understanding of the special characteristics of her equipped weapon, the brass knuckles, plus 2 damage? What? This powerful weapon's most noticeable characteristic was how it didn't let the opponent defend. Even if they blocked with the arm, that arm would receive direct damage. If it hit the wrong way, it might even break the bone. But I thought he's a demon. So she pressed him forward, she would knock off his escape loose, and then, with this fist, she would chip this demon down. Yeah!
おっと。
Yeah!
おや、いつの間に。
ようやく追い詰めたぜ。みんなを捕らえている場所はどこだ？
I'm gonna guess they're making this scene because her room got pretty messy from her resisting the murderer, maybe.
クソジジイのいる場所はどこだ？洗いざらい喋ったら、そのヒゲをむしり取るだけで勘弁してやるぜ。
Not a crude mustache. So who's not enough in the family to write a fanfic like that? Well, probably Maria. I can only think of Maria when you say about fanfic. So probably Maria or Shannon, actually, and no one else. Maybe Kinso, but the theory was that he did for too long. So I guess not him. I think Shannon. I think Kinso knows about the magic the most, followed by either Maria or Shannon.
それは困ります。これでもセットに毎朝1時間をかけているのですから。
Oh wow, you're impeccable.
ギブスの世話になったら、それもできねえな。
But he's a demon. Ooh. Runaway had blocked Jessica's launched fist with his arm. Where is George's? CG Pika. He tried to act as though it was no big deal, but it must have hurt a lot. Oh, wow, this is so good. Jessica grinned. Runaway smiled the same way, but twitched slightly. Ah, twitch, you say.
なるほど。これは確かに痛いですね。
最終勧告。泣いて詫びろ。
それはできませんね。キャラが崩れます。
That's true.
なら、お前が崩れ落ちるといいぜ。鶴瓶打ちだー
Are we watching anime? Jessica's iron fists were pounded into Runaway, but Jessica was startled. The impact felt wrong, and there was the sound of breaking glass. Glass? I thought you punched a window or something. At a glance, it looked like Runaway had caught Jessica's fist with his palm. That wasn't quite true. What? When Runaway opened his hand, a faint purple glowing barrier like a glass shield appeared there, stopping the attack by a hair's breadth. It always has been. Bang! Pulling herself together, Jessica struck out with her fist again. And, but with truly magnificent movements, Runaway caught off them.
悪魔ですので、この程度の魔法くらいは。それにしても、なかなかやりますね。人間だったら、私はここで降参だったでしょう。悪魔だから、まだ戦い続けることができる。
おかしな真似を。
それで終わりですか。攻撃を繰り出すばかりでご自身の防御がおろそかではありませんか。
What? Can he attack? Hey? What the? Lonover pounded his palm into Jessica's stomach, stopping abruptly just a fraction away. He has a she? Key? Power. Jessica was repelled by the purple shield, tumbled backwards and smashed her head on the bed. Well, I hope it's a cushion part of the bed.
私のシールドは破れませんよ。
We'll talk to the guns. Damn you.
もう二度と私の体に触れることができると思わぬことです。
ならよ、そのシールドごとぶち抜いてやるぜ。
It's a magic. It's a nonsense magic.
不屈な方だ。その根性。なるほど。次期当主として実にふさわしい。
Oh, maybe both of them should be family head together.
もう少しお相手させていただきましょうかね。
Well, I wanna see Butler fight as well.
これも試験官の役得です。
砕けろー。
Sorry. Can we do it again?
砕けろー。
What's acting so good? I need to hear it twice. Garp looked down on Georgie, sneering. He was lying face down in a puddle on the lost garden path. The merciless rain beat down on him, so that it looked as though even the heavens were mocking him.
立ちなさい。また落ちるわよ。
Nah, I think I'll sleep on the pavement. Thank you. Georgie stood up shakily. It seemed his spirit hadn't given in, but the damage to his body was fairly significant.
命乞いなさい。君のしていることは何も選ばない4番目の選択肢に同じ。
Is it now?
君が選んだのは3番目の選択肢でしょ。
Oh, that's true.
両手両膝をついて詫びれば私への比例を許してあげるわ。そしたら君を地下牢へ案内してあげる。
Dungeon?
そこで君は
Oh.
愛するシャノンと非力な自分のために他の人質たちを一人ずつ殺していくの。
I thought she was gonna be like 50 Shades of Grey. Let's go to the dungeon. Oh, phew.
できるわよね。その覚悟はあると。
Georgie did not answer, but his gaze was still obstinately resisting surrender.
あまり強情が過ぎると今度こそ奈落の底の底まで
Why can't she just
落ちるわよ。
Why can't she just conjure a pit that makes him fall like indefinitely or something? Now that's a bit cruel. What? Oh, not my fault. Like, look at her. It's not that bad. I'm still wholesome. Yep. I remain the most wholesome rabbit in the world, untarnished. Yep. Garp's strength was undeniable. There was no doubt that Shannon's group, watching through the tree-studded mirror, understood that, probably even more clearly than Georgie himself.
庄司様。
Quick, channel your energy. Give Georgie your power.
やめて。
I'm not. I didn't think about that. I think.
私なんかのために。
姉さん。
私のことなんて好きにならなければジョージ様は誰とも戦わなくていいんでしょ。なら私なんて捨ててください。
Okay.
忘れてください。
There was no way for that voice to reach Georgie, but even so, Georgie answered. How can he hear that? Some nonsense.
僕は屈服しない。
へえ、どうして？
Because I have a waifu. She's waiting for me.
それが僕の覚悟だからだ。僕はシャノンのために全てと戦う。そして全てに認めさせ、全てに僕たちを祝福させる。
Sure.
聞かせて。どうしてあのシャノンとかいう家具のためにそこまで言えるの？
You can't just call her that. Take it back right now.
あんなのただの出来損ないじゃない。給仕一つ満足にできないガラクタ家具だわ。
How dare you, madam?
愛する女性への暴言を僕はそれ以上許さない。
Yeah, tell her.
だったら何？ひ弱な僕ちゃんが私にどう抗うというのかしら。
人を愛するとは強さだ。それを知ったから僕は強くなれた。シャノン、僕は君を愛している。その言葉だけで僕は何度でも立ち上がれるんだ。
Okay, adding some tea.
シャノンは力をよ。私に愛を語られても。
いや、伝わった。
How do you know?
それが愛だからだ。
Really? Doki doki, hello. I hope doing well.
シャノンには今僕の言葉が聞こえているよ。
Ah, the power of love. It conquers
そうだ
all.
と信じられることこそが愛だ。
In any other context, this would be cringe a lot. But I can understand why he's saying that, I guess.
こいつ。
シャノン、
Oh,
君は家具なんかじゃない。
I like how the Miller magic sounds like a telephone.
家具だったとしても世界でただ一つの僕だけの家具だ。
You never seen this game but sounds deep. Oh, well, you're gonna be in for a deep rabbit hole. Yep, yep.
生涯僕と寄り添ってほしい。僕には君が永遠に必要だ。
If only it's not a fanfiction.
焼ける
Sorry.
わ。
I know, right?
口
Waifu,
説きならうちの人を超えたわね。
your dead husband, by the way.
若さですな。
Am I the one who dug the rabbit hole? Good joke. Hear me?
愛が強さ
Ooh.
なら坊やはどうしてそんなにひ弱なの？その弱さがつまり君の愛の程度なわけね。婚約者への愛もひ弱。
It's not that deep, don't believe anything. Yeah, sure. Sure.
両親のあっけない死に様もひ弱。
How dare you go
君
there?
の人生は何から何までひ弱だわ。
She has no mercy. Is she not?
シャノンは僕に愛と強さを教えてくれた。もし君が僕の強さだけでシャノンへの愛を確かめようというのなら僕の愛を教えよう。
How romantic.
言うわね。なるほど。何度も蹴り倒されて転がされ、それでも立ち上がるのがシャノンからもらった強さだと。ならあっけなく殺されたあんたのお父さんとお母さんからは何をもらったの？
The genes, I guess. Hear me? Suddenly, there was a blackout. But they are outside. That's what I said. Outside? What? What, did Georgie just close her eyes or something?
違う。これは
Ooh, the thing blocking Gap's vision was the bottom of Georgie's shoe.
側頭蹴り、尾骨骨折。
What? Just kick her normally? Really? You have to flex? on her. Nice fanfic. I know, right? What is going on? It has stopped right in front of the tip of Gab's nose. Why don't you just kick her? After several moments delay, Gab jumped back. How did you get the power and speed? Of course, it was too late. If Georgie hadn't stopped, he probably would have caused exactly the damage he had announced. Anger with a low boiling point isn't something to be truly feared. True anger is cultivated through patience.
君の暴力的意思表示は理解した。また、婚約者と両親への名誉毀損も理解した。そして、それを撤回する気がないんだね。
まさか It can't be the power of love. I know Jikala. 何? What is this
君の
music?
攻撃はもう十分に理解したから、そろそろいいかな。反撃しても。
Ooh, the comeback.
ほざくな、坊やの分際で。
The pitch black hole opened its mouth at Georgie's feet. Feet, you say? But Georgie rapidly opened his legs. Okay, that works. No, but I thought she can like make a wide hole so that he couldn't open his legs. Straddling the hole. The same move wouldn't work again. Oh, it was an extremely light dodge, and the upper part of his body didn't even quiver.
忍耐とは熱くならず冷静に相手の出方を研究することだ。
What is this music?
何のために？
The music reminds me of like Venice or Italy or something.
決まってるじゃないか。
He counted boss patterns. Damn, he would be really good in Elden Ring.
わかるかい？
わかんないわよ。
反撃してきっちり借りを返し、二度とちょっかいを出したくないと思わせ、涙と鼻水で顔面をぐちゃぐちゃにして、それを拭うのを忘れて額を地面にこすりつけて、何度も謝りたくなるほどに完膚なきまでに完璧に徹底的に。
Why did you die in the previous episodes?
叩きのめすためだよ。
The movement. Georgie dashed. Pieces opened one after another, but Georgie would not step in them again. And because she persisted in that move, Gabu was captured for a second time.
後ろ回し蹴り。
Just kick her!
顎部骨折。
What is the matter with you? He was stretched out more forcefully and beautifully than Gab's had been. Of course, while it centered directly on Gab's face, it stopped a hair's breadth away. Perhaps he couldn't rely on pitfalls at this close range. He didn't die, he knew that there are more episodes. Ah, how smart. Gabu kicked at George's shins as a diversion, and in the instant of weakness when he tried to deal with that, she aimed a kick at his stomach. It was a bee-like stab by her stertor heel, but it sliced through the air where Georgie was no longer.
上段かかと落とし。
Just kick her for God's sake!
鎖骨骨折。
This is frustrating. Oh, it looks better and better. From beside Gab, Georgie coldly announced that his foot still raised. If that monarch's heel had been swung down, a collarbone fracture would have been an understatement.
こいつ。
But she's a demon.
私より強いの。距離を。
Why couldn't she just warp herself to other places? She jumped backwards to gain a large distance. She jumped and leaped and even backflipped, increasing the distance between them. It should have been magnificent, but for some reason, it looked very similar to the movements of a small, scared animal. If she opened the distance, she could fight. At the range, that was her specialty, using a mixture of pitfalls and kicking techniques.
バカが私を倒せるチャンスを3度も逃した傲慢。奈落の底で後悔なさい。
Which of kick? That'd be cool. Nah, he has the force of kick. Yep. Garber landed beautifully and tried to aim a pitfall, but a laser-sharp wind cut her bangs. He has a long-range attack. Yes, cut them, and twice. This time, it didn't just stop a hair's breadth away, but scattered her bangs with its air pressure. Oh, not that far. Armed something I don't know.
第1撃で眼底骨折、第2撃で脳挫傷。
Oh wow, Garber was too shocked to speak. Georgie had crossed all the distance in an instant and let off a fearsomely nimble mid-air double kick. Furthermore, with the accuracy and edge of a laser, it had cut nothing more than a few of her bangs.
空手で蹴りの威力を、テコンドーで速度。
You can do that.
カポエイラでは自在の間合いを学んだ。
You will not be surprised if he controls the world. Yeah, that'd be cool. I tell you, he's a perfect human being.
母さんがいろいろと移り気でね。でも、いろいろと特徴を学べて勉強になったよ。
なぜ当てない？私が女だからとでも言うのか？
That'd be cool.
君は王者の力として3つ目に暴力と言ったね。君はどうやらまだその暴力の意味を誤解しているようだ。この場合の暴力とはね、短絡的に振るわれる乱暴のことを言うんじゃない。
Why are you so cool?
敵対すれば無傷では済まないという抑止のことを指すんだよ。
Yeah, sexism.
抑止。
That was the point. That was why all of Georgie's attacks up until then had stopped just before the blow. Or, get this, maybe he's bluffing. Maybe he kicked fast, but has no power behind it. Yeah. These bare misses, which were more difficult than hitting directly, had all been performed so splendidly. I mean, maybe he increased too many agility stats and he forgot to increase strength stats. Yeah. And any one of them would probably have crushed Garb in a single hit if Georgie had wished it. I don't believe you. He was deliberately not doing that.
君も言ったろ。暴力は滑る力だと。
Not smart. You're fighting against witches and demons. Who knew what they're gonna do?
暴力で相手を破壊してしまったら滑られないじゃないか。
That's true. Very logical.
王者の暴力とはね、見せるだけなんだよ。
But not use.
破壊しない。屈服させて自らの財産とするんだからね。
We haven't seen even 1% of his power because he has Sealer. That's the secret. Yep.
君に泡でも吹かれたらみんなの囚われてる場所に案内させられないよ。
Why not just kick her to bear blackout? Garber had to admit it. She had to admit that Georgie understood force in the truest sense.
みんなのところへ
According to who?
案内してもらうよ。抵抗はおすすめしない。もう寸止めはしないよ。
Oh. For you?
ごめんねリア。あんたの兵隊借りさせて。
What?
私一人じゃ手に負えないわ、こいつ。
Oh, you can do that. Ooh, as a large pitch black hole opened in the sky. Bang, bang, bang. Three muscular goat attendants fell out. They surrounded Georgie.
増援会それは僕がひ弱であることを撤回したと受け止めていいのかな
認めるわ。あんたの人間の力を侮ってたわ。
That's not a power of humans, I assure you.
違うね。これが愛を覚えた男の強さなのさ。
Cringe. Oh God.
ほざけ！臭いことをシャーシャーと。
True. I agree with you.
さあヤギたち、その男を潰して肉団子にしてやりなさい。このヤギたちはバカだけどパワーだけはあるみたいよ。
Uh-oh. Low intelligence, high strength.
あんたの死体、婚約者にも見分けがつかなくしてあげるわ。
降伏拒否並びに継戦の意思了解したよ。以後は君の攻撃に等しい分だけ君に実害が及ぶことを宣言する。
It's like a shooting bell.
僕をまだ攻撃するつもりなら相応の損害を受けることになると覚悟するがいいよ。
Serenity as I have got an enemy on my side. It's not cringe. Everyone would say that if they left someone. Is this calling me out? Oh. Buff? When Georgie proclaimed that a friend-led magic circle lost up around him. Excuse me? But it seemed that Georgie couldn't see it. However, Gab, being a demon, could.
魔法？
魔法？
どうしてこいつが防御結界を
？He borrowed it from Shannon, I suppose.
しかもそれ反撃特化。
Whatever that means.
それがあんたの抑止という意味。
From a demon's perspective, there might have been magic, but in Georgie's eyes, it was determination. Undertale. It was absolute determination that would show no mercy to anyone who wished for further fighting, and forced him to prepare for a significant counterattack. His power doubles each second pass. How is this gonna go? Absolute determination becomes magic. Lonaway had been accurately blocking Jessica's fist with the shield, but something felt odd. Even though he was certainly stopping the blows with the shield, he felt his arm beginning to strain and ache. What? Armor-piercing punch? All physical damage should have been shut off. However, the damage from her fist was gradually being transmitted to his arm and was accumulating. Lonaway acted like he was composed so that this wouldn't be noticed. It's working! Keep going!
私はバテねえぜ。
You look like you're wearing out, to be fair.
どうしたよおっさん。ちっとは答えてきたかよ。
いくら攻撃しようとも無駄ですよ。私のシールドはあなたには砕けないと。
砕けないからってよ。殴るのをやめはしないぜ。
Yeah, so weak demons. Yep.
どんな固い心にだって言葉はわずかずつ響き、やがてはひびを入れることだってできるんだ。
Really? That's the justification.
私は信じてる。この世に無駄な努力なんて存在しないってな。
Maybe.
だから生きるんだろ。思いっきり。言葉だっていつか通じるなら、拳だって同じってことだぜ。
Yeah, let's talk with a fist.
私の辞書には諦めるって文字は書いちゃいねえんだぜ。
Oh wow. Yeah. Those words were probably aimed at Canon. Canon had technically rejected Jessica's words, but Jessica knew that no matter how obstinate his heart was, those words would eventually soak through. And she believed that surely the day would come when he would understand her heart and stop calling himself furniture and disparaging himself. and stepped out into his new life. So Jessica wouldn't give up. She wouldn't lose heart.
バカみてえだろ
Yes.
男には理解できねえだろ
Yes.
恋する乙女ってのはな無駄だから諦めるって考えがねえんだぜ
That doesn't sound healthy, but sure. At that time, London suddenly saw. He saw the red hot, burning glow of light surrounding Jessica's face. Magic.
これは参りました。エンチャントですか。浸透付与とは厄介な。
Whatever that means. Within her relentless face and determination dwelled the power to succeed no matter what. From a demon's perspective, that was magic. Absolute determination becomes magic. Interesting. They said that twice. Okay.
無駄なんてことはねえだろ通ってんだろ私の拳腕をかばってるぜおっさ
ん。もう少し本気を出さざるを得ないようですね。おっしゃる通りのようです。
It's like Lloydo and his father in Tales of Symphonia. Very understandable.
この世に無駄なことなどない。
そうさ無駄なんて諦めたらそこで人生が終わっちまうぜ通じるんだよ絶対に
Okay. I'm an idiot. So this is the only way I can live. But even so, I believe that one day I'll definitely be able to teach Kanon-kun about a new world. America? So I'm not gonna buckle in a place like this. I'll definitely defeat you and save everyone.
くそなんとか隙間を
Klaus was repeating his useless effort in trying to somehow open a hole between the metal bars. Useless. There's nothing useless. There's nothing. Is he gonna have a magic as well? Okay, it's a bit late, so I am very sleepy. So I'm sorry. I hope this is the good enough place to stop for today. That was fun. No, I'm sorry. I'm very sleepy. It was a long day. Well, are you sleepy? Nobody used to sleep way earlier than this. But anyway, yep. With that, allow me to end here for today. So thank you very much for watching, and we'll be seeing you in the next time. Please take care of yourselves, and goodbye.